Happy day. Boof, I know, happy Wednesday. Just know I love you. It's a beautiful day outside. It's supposed to be nice for the next few days. We shall see. I'm super excited. Hey. You know what I'm about to say? If you know somebody who is currently facing low-income housing, right? If you know someone, or if you yourself are in low-income housing and you feel like you're in a bubble, you're stuck, you don't know what to do, you've possibly been living there for a few years, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months, I don't know, maybe time has gone by and you want to change. Or you just look around and you're like, boof, nothing around here. I don't know. It's a pickle. See what I'm saying? Now, moving forward, I would really love to advise to you. Just know I love you. God loves you. All right, sun is shining. Be excited. Every day is a new day, a possibility. Keep up on your mental mindset, your health. Okay, keep up on your fitness. Keep up on what you put in your body. If you have a religion, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. Whatever religion you believe in, really pull those things together. All 5 of those things I just mentioned, and really work on those. If you cannot fix yourself first, you cannot fix the situation that you're currently in. It ain't about to happen. Okay? All right? Let me give you a little quick tip on my background from the beginning. I came from parents, a mom and a dad, who had 11 kids. And we were in a 2-bedroom mobile home. We lived there for a long time, the majority of my life. Okay? And I had a bedroom that I was sharing with my brothers and my sisters. I'm the second oldest, and both of my parents were really toxic. At one point in time, my father, which I don't really like to refer to, but my father was working 3 or 4 jobs at one point in time. He was even working a job and going to school, and the bills were still not being made. Money wasn't adding up, okay? And then at one point in time, he was working one job and just shit was just never really working, right? And then I seen my mother do some side hustles and be creative and generate some money, and they were still in debt. Still fucking in debt. Not only that, we had all of these kids we had to provide for, take care of. And being the second oldest, you know what that means. That means you don't sit on your ass. That means you fucking get your ass up. And we were, you know what I mean? We had to do fucking chores, okay? Chores. Not only we had to do chores, we had to work. Not only we had to work, we had to respect and walk on eggshells as if we were, Not gonna dive in too deep here, but I started taking mental note, right? When my father was sexually abusive, mentally abusive, physically abusive. My mother was mentally abusive, physically abusive. She would have breakdowns. She was overweight, depressed, angry, yelling, screaming, calling us names. The whole shebang, okay? The whole shebang, baby. And going through this journey, I lost myself. I really lost myself. I lost myself starting at the age of 6 all the way until I was 19, 20, at least damn near 24. Okay, from all of that trauma in the beginning, there was a lot of hardships, all right? Moving forward, when I finally took a step, right, I was scared shitless. I ended up being a teen parent. My parents at the time were just, see what I'm saying? oh, nobody's going to help you. You're going to go out there. You're going to go fail. You're going to be a loser. You're going to have nothing to show for yourself. You're a liar. You're a cheater. You're a scammer. Nobody fucking likes you. You're going to have kids that you can't take care of. You're going to fall flat on your face. You're going to be homeless. I'm not going to be there for you. You can go fuck yourself. All that, okay? I went through all of that. We'll dive into more of that as we go throughout these videos. But I want to give everybody an eye-opener of what I came from and what other people possibly are coming from, what they've went through. A lot of people go through trauma and I don't like to call it baggage, that they cannot let go of. And it affects their adulthood. It affects them for the rest of their life. Or they're carrying history, family history trauma that needs to be broken. And I mean that shit, okay? I mean that shit. Moving forward, I was so scared shitless, right? So scared shitless because they scared me shitless. I didn't know shit. I didn't get to go to school. I didn't get to fucking go to school. I had my life stolen. My parents did not allow us to go to school. I didn't get my driver's license. I didn't get shit. I could barely read and write at the age of 12. Barely. Barely. Okay? I didn't get shit. We didn't have friends. We didn't have family that we could really turn to. And then, the family and the grandparents that I was turning to on my father's side was like, I don't know. I can't help you. We live all the way across the United States. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But God always provides, okay? So moving forward, I was scared shitless. I didn't know what to do. I got myself in this relationship. Things were going good. I moved out of my parents' house. I was mentally broken down. I was spinning off of when I finally left my parents' house. People were saying shit like I did not comprehend at all. When I say I did not comprehend, I didn't even know how to fill out a homeless packet. I didn't even know how to use my social security card to get a loan. That's how bad it was, okay? I didn't even know how to read my own pay stub, because when I was working in my parents' house and my oldest sister was working and my other sister was working, they were taking our paychecks. We didn't get our fucking paychecks. They just took them. Oh, you owe us rent and shit. You owe us utilities. Oh, you live in our household. You're going to work for us and provide for the family and shit. We didn't get to handle our paychecks. It was just gone. We had to write our paychecks over. We basically working. I remember one time I worked 108 hours and that whole entire paycheck went to my parents. I could have damn near lost my teeth. Okay? Okay? And my older sister, she didn't have the balls enough to say, you know what, parents? You know what? I'm getting myself out of this situation. I'm taking my brothers and sisters with me. She was 5 years older than I was. She didn't have the balls. Why? Because if you think you can't fucking do something, you're not going to fucking do it. You're not going to even fucking try. So when I moved out, I was bitch slapped around. And I'm telling you the reality of it. I had no education. I had no idea what finances were, just the basic. I had no idea what it was like to really be the mother and the provider I wanted to be. I didn't know how to do those 3 basic steps. I didn't even know how to drive. That's how bad it was, okay? So when I got myself into this relationship, things were going good for a while. I got with him when I was 18 years old. I had kids. He really helped me throughout the way. He was shocked. He was older than I was. Okay? He had more life experience. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Honestly, I didn't. And we both had a conversation, and he sat down. He was like, I cannot. He was blown away. His friends, his family was blown away. All right? And I learned a lot. I learned how to, catch up on some things and learn stuff. And then when I broke away out of that relationship because he started diving into alcohol really bad. And listen, if you do not want the help, if you do not want to put yourself in rehab or programs, I don't care if you have a anger management problem. I don't give a damn. If you have some type of trauma, you don't even have to have a substance abuse problem. If you have an anger problem, if you have trauma, you need to get your ass out there and you need to go get help. Get your ass out there and go get help. There's no goddamn excuse why you gotta put your trauma on your kids, on your friends, on your family, on your spouse. Don't fuck with me. Anyway, I love to have fun, okay? But this is a little serious topic for me. I love to have fun with it, but I want to give people the reality of it because everybody's situation is different, and I know somebody's out there like me, okay? And when I broke away from him because he had an alcohol problem and it was just spiraling out of control, and I started standing on my own 2 feet, and people throughout the way were like, come on, you can do it. Here's this, here's that. I have faith in you, Olivia. For some strange reason, I kept going back to this relationship like, it's going to work, it's going to work, it's going to work. He's going to change. My parents are going to change. My sisters are going to change. My brothers are going to change. My grandparents are going to change. If I just give them some time and I let up off the gas and I just, go on the back burner, these people are going to change. Listen, nobody's going to change unless they want to change themselves. That's why when I said in my other videos before, don't go back to the same toxic shit that's about to cause you mental, I'm telling you, mental and emotional just trauma, because that's what it's going to damage. That's what it's going to create, okay? Your confidence is going to go down. Your spirit and your faith is just going to go down. You will lose yourself. You will lose yourself, and you do not want to substitute that for someone dragging you down. I've had it happen to me all my life, okay? But you gotta change your mindset. Do not go back to those same toxic people that caused you harm in the past. So I kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? Got into a really, really bad domestic issue. He could have damn near killed me. For real. And I was used to that. Why was I used to that? Why was I used to a man putting his hands on me? Because the excuse was, oh, he's drunk. No, why was I used to a man putting his hands on me? Why was I used to a man calling me names? Why was I used to, that trauma? Because my own father in the beginning did it. Why was I used to having girlfriends who were acting like they were my friends, but I was attracting the same type of people in my life like my mother? It's true. I was attracting people in my life like my parents. That was scary, okay? So when I got out of that domestic relationship, I took a step back and I started standing on my own 2 feet. I was blown away. I was blown away. It started with me and my mindset first. And I started just starting over new. Took a jump of faith. I said, I'm not going back. I don't care how tough it is. I don't care how hard it is. I'm not going to go back to that man. I'm not going to go give my sisters and my brothers a chance. I've already did it. It's not working. I gave my mother a chance last year, and she totally just wasted my time. Wasted it. Wasted my time. She said she wanted a new relationship, and she turned around and she just had to fuck it up. Why? Because people that are hurt, that are toxic, that have issues, that have trauma, they don't want the help for themselves. They rather just point the fingers at the victims and act like they have no say-so, no problem when shit's going down. They just want everybody else to be the problem other than themselves. Hey, man, listen. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. All your past shit, all of that everything, all that past, all that everything, it's over. There's nothing else you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else you can do about it. Moving forward. When I started diving into these resources, I was shocked. I was lied to. I robbed myself from not really doing the education and the resources and the jump and the faith that I did in the beginning when I got myself in this relationship. I didn't. I thought me and this guy were going to get married and we're going to work, but I'm glad I went through the journey I went through. When I started discovering resources such as domestic issues, if kids are being abused, if your significant other is being abusive, there's tips, there's hotlines, there's emails, there's resources, there's victims advocates out there, there's caseworkers, there's homeless shelters in your cities. They will put you in another city. They will make it in order enough. If you are fleeing from a domestic issue, I'm going to use my mother for an example. She was with this man for 20-something years. And when I tell you he was toxic, every day I was a new person because I had to be a different person in order enough to keep him in line sometimes. And I know how crazy that sounds, but it sounds damn near crazy. He was toxic, yelling all the time. I mean, he was burning us, beating us, slapping us, giving us black and blue eyes, going off at the mouth, ripping us up out of bed by our hair. I mean, goddamn, if there was a dish in the sink, he would just let you loose, okay? And that took a toll. It took a toll. If you do not fix your traumas, if you do not get your ass out there and go get your help, you're just going to accept the abuse. You're just going to sit in it. You may become abusive. My mother was so toxic, so abusive. It was like she wasn't even my mother. It was like a roommate that I was living with that was from goddamn hell. I know, guys. I know how that sounds, but it's true. There was resources at her fingertips, and she chose not to take them. So we suffered. All of us suffered. Damn near almost all of us had our childhoods ripped from us. That one little tiny decision of, oh, it's gonna get better. Oh, she's gonna change. Oh, I could fix this person. No, you ain't God. You can't. You cannot. And if you think it's okay that someone's abusive, someone's yelling, someone's screaming at you, calling you names, calling your kids names, you think it's okay if your significant other is, supplying alcohol to your stepdaughter, your stepson, or whatever the case may be, and you just fucking allow it, if you think that's okay because you nervous about, getting your butt out there because you may be found, hey, what is it gonna cost? What is it gonna cost? Think about the future. Think about the future. And I'm just using my mother as an example, okay? Think about the future. If you do not do something now, if you do not want the help for yourself now, when it comes to pulling yourself out of toxic situations, pulling yourself into a mental mindset of, I better get my shit together before someone else tries to rob my time, rob my life from me, take my shit from me, and then I look up and I'm fucking old. You better take accountability right now. That is exactly what I'm going to tell you. Because I had to do it. I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, you're the one who got yourself in this jam. You got to do the work. You got to do it. God will provide throughout the way if you really want it. I'm speaking from experience. I had some close calls in my life, just like most people. I had to really look at myself. Stop attracting those people that you got rid of. And how you can do that? Change your mindset. You can do it. You're not your past. If you have trauma, go talk to a counselor, a therapist. I had so much I didn't even know I had. I had PTSD. I had trouble sleeping at night for years, and I couldn't figure out why until I sat down with a counselor. I got a health coach, a life coach. Really just invest in yourself. Even if you can go on YouTube, listen to something motivational, if you listen to a podcast, get out there, go get the help you deserve. Don't let someone else or other people or even yourself rob you from that, because you have so much life to live. There's resources out here. Go be homeless. I'd rather be homeless any day rather than stuck being somebody toxic. If you're a teen parent, there's teen programs out there for you. If you want to go to school because the state, is offering that, government assistance is offering to pay your degree, look into that so you don't get into debt and student loans and all this garbage. Make sure it's actually for real, Free, free, because sometimes they like to play word games. Go get your diploma if you want to go get a diploma. I found out I didn't even have a motherfucking diploma. I had no education at all. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to second, third. I didn't go to high school. I didn't. I would have loved to have that. I didn't. I was just thrown out there. We were just thrown out there to the wolves. And yes, life is about failing. If you do not fail, you will not succeed. All right? Everybody needs to fail in life, so you keep getting up and you keep trying. See what I'm saying? Don't turn around and fail and say, I quit, I give up. I'm just going to take this. That's not why we are here. Moving forward, when I discovered all of that, and I did the home run of the homeless shelters, bouncing back and forth from state to state, and utilizing all the resources and really working on myself and my past traumas, I'm still blown away. I put up with all of that abuse. Now, I didn't know. I'm glad I do know now. See what I'm saying? Now, moving forward, just know I love you guys. I would love to share some more tips and things throughout the way. This is my channel. I really like to talk about, investing, homelessness, low-income families, what it's like to come from an abusive family myself. I came from a sexually abusive family. My mother had trauma and issues on that side of the family, from her past. And I'm pretty sure, my father and his side of the family, I've heard it. They've had issues, alcohol, gambling, sexual abuse, and all of that. Okay? If I made it from all of that, hey, you can make it too. So I've learned a lot. I'm glad I went through those life experiences. They were tough, they were hard, but I'm not going to let that drag my future down. I still have a long life to live. I'm still in my 20s. I have 5 kids. We talk about the same stuff: sexual abuse, investing, what it's like to build a good family tree. Hey, if you have kids, hold your kids, kiss them, tell them you love them, tell them how much you appreciate them. All right? Because they don't know your past. They don't know what you come from. They don't know what you've been through. They don't give a shit. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit. If you have trauma, go work on it. Go work on it, family. Don't keep it all up in stairs. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit out. Let it go. Forgive other people. Move on. Do not give those people another chance. Okay? Now, just know I love you. God loves you. And I'll be here later. Just know I love ya.